What's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. You guys already know. Hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. Make sure you select all when hitting that notification bell so you'll get all of my notifications. Let me cut this down just a little bit. Sorry about that. I want to blast your ears out. Hey, I'm just going to kind of breeze through some things and talk about where the market is. Took a few notes down. Didn't have my iPad up. I'm going to just read it here from my phone if you guys don't mind. Government shutdown is looming. All right. I'm going to hit you off with some bad news, and then we're going to follow up some plays that I talked about on yesterday and I talked about on Friday. All right. We're just going to follow up on those plays and see what I'm thinking. Remember, anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. And lastly, don't fall for any spam in the comment section, especially if you see 1,000 comments about the same stock. We work hard to keep the page clean, but we are getting spam botted. Like these bots are spamming all of us influencers like crazy. All right, government shutdown is looming. That could come in months, which is not good for the stock market. Remember when the government shut down before, the stock market didn't like it. It tanked. That's never a good thing. A lot of employees, governmental employees don't get paid. Your postal workers, all of this, a lot of military don't get paid. They don't get paid, right? If that happens, the market doesn't like it. That's negative, right? Bond yields rising. That's negative. Okay. And well, you know what that is. All right. And then, Jackson Hole, right? The Jackson Hole meeting coming, Thursday and Friday. I believe the Fed will be speaking on Friday. Okay. That's not good because he could be hawkish. Everybody's saying he's hawkish, but he could get there and be dovish. Don't read into what everybody is saying. Nobody has a crystal ball, right? So one person says, yeah, he could be hawkish, and everybody could start saying he could be hawkish, meaning he could be aggressive. No one knows. So we're just going to wait and see. But in your trading, keep that in the back of your mind. Don't expose yourself. Don't be overly exposed, right? Don't be flying free by the seat of your pants with no stop losses on. I'll talk about that a little later. And another thing I wanted to talk about right here at the open, I'm staying away from chip maker ticker symbol ARM. Is due to IPO, ticker symbol ARM. They're a chip maker, and some are comparing them to AMD, some comparing them to NVDA. And I will just tell you that it is going to be the biggest IPO this year. Now, whenever there's a lot of hype around an IPO, initial public offering, that's when I stay away from them because they open up ridiculously high. The price skyrockets. You're in a rush to get it day one, and you think you're going to get a good deal, and you don't. Only the big boys come in and get it cheaper, and it's froze for a couple of hours when they open because the big boys are buying their shares first. And then when they let us in, the price is already higher. All right. And then you're already engaged in FOMO, and then you wind up paying a premium. And look at all of the big over the last 3 years. Look at all of the IPOs that had this much talk around them. They all dropped by more than 50%. So, and this may be different, but why run the risk? I can just tell you that you will be able to get a ticker symbol ARM at a better price than in IPOs. That's just me. It's just what I think. Okay. And then we don't know about it. It's all speculation. All right. Let's go into, speaking of NVIDIA, let's see. Remember, I bought that one call. It was ridiculously expensive. Now, as you could see, I sold it on yesterday. It was literally one call. I sold it on yesterday. You could see it was 30% up. I was 30% up, and I walked away with $1,000. I know some of you guys got into that play and followed. It was extremely expensive. And I told you guys that I would probably sell it by the end of the day yesterday, to which I did. Now, make sure you check out the top link below in the description, Stock Up You. Listen, stop trading if you're consistently losing money and learn how to trade from these excellent teachers. Okay, excellent teachers. Okay, we're gonna have a video about bonds joining. Okay, just about bonds. All right, and so also to the second link below is Moo. Right, make sure download it. Make sure you get that $100 in and get your 16 free stock. Okay. I'm going to show you something with Moo. Another reason why I like Moo, I actually get a lot of plays from Moo. They're news blurps, right? As a matter of fact, let's see if we can find it right here and we'll keep it going. This is all a part of the video, good people, because I'm talking about how we make money. See, this is what I wake up to. Look at that. Chart talks. They talk about PayPal maybe bottoming out. Look at that. Talks about the pre-market. This was before the market opened. It talks about NVDA. See? And so that's how a lot of people ask me, how do I get a lot of my plays? Some of the plays come right from Moo, right from my app. They literally gave a chart. Look at this chart, right? It shows support level. It shows the RSI, okay, the relative strength divergence. It talks about it right there, right? This was all in the Moo app. And then look at this. It says PayPal. I might as well talk about PayPal. Stock plunged more than 12% on earnings day. Continue to move lower as investors worry that PayPal will lose its market share due to decline in accounts, right? But they also talked about a double bottom, right? And so let me see. I did a screenshot. Look at that, PayPal. This is what they're talking about, that double bottom. Let me zoom in a little bit. So as you could see here, boom, there we go. As you could see, that's where the double bottom is. You see there? So it was all the way up to 78-ish, right at the top of the range. But at the bottom of the range, you could see it's down to about between 61 and 63. So as you could see, May 24th-ish, maybe May 25th, it went down. Then it ran back up almost, to the $75 range. And then to the right, now it's back down, okay? And so that's what they mean by it could be bottoming out, right? So let's keep our eye on PayPal. I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm just telling you that we're going to keep our eye on it. We'll look at the technicals, pull it up and see. Maybe we can start nibbling little pieces of PayPal, right? Just little bite pieces, right? So let's see here. And one other thing. Another thing I like, right? This is also in the Moo app. Look at the PE. You see the PE, right? And the PE is not bad compared to a lot of these PEs that are ridiculously expensive, right? And so we're not looking at stock that with PEs of 200, 300, 400. And, just look at the PE of NVIDIA. It's expensive. Look at the PE of Tesla. It's expensive. All right, let's go right into Tesla. This is how I'm going to talk about these stocks. Okay, so now this morning, you guys remember that's following the Tesla play. This morning, let's look at Tesla. All right, this morning I was up over 9% on my Tesla. These are not call options. These are just the common stock, okay? But I was up this morning as much as 9%, but now it has cooled off. Tesla has really cooled off. Now I'm up only about 5% on Tesla, okay? And so, Larry, what are you going to do with those, all that Tesla you picked up? Well, this is a trade range for me, right? Here's what I'm going to tell you. With all of the negative news that is looming, Tesla has a ridiculously high PE, and Tesla could start heading south again, right? Remember, Tesla's kind of range bound a little bit. Let's go to Tesla right here. All right. So Tesla has a PE right now of 66, which is high, right? So Tesla is still up today, but it was up more earlier today, right? And so, even without going into charts, you could start to see ranges, okay? So Tesla has, let's get rid of these key events. Let's look at the last month. As you can see, Tesla have these run-ups, sell-offs, run-ups, sell-offs, run-ups, sell-offs. You see, but it's actually trending downward, okay? And so if you do short-term puts, expecting it to fall, you could make money, but then you can't you can't be overly bearish, if you could see, because it always runs back up. See here? And then back down, back up, back down, then back up, right? But if you do long-term puts with, expiration dates, that is conducive to you making money by looking at it, then you can actually make money, right? So what I'm doing is when Tesla falls, let's go back. If you just want to buy the stock, when Tesla falls ranges like this, right? Look at that. That's almost that's a 20% fall. So if Tesla in 1 month falls 20%, especially if it falls over 25%, which it has in the last couple of months, then those are buying ranges for me to accumulate. Now, I'm just going to look you in the eye and tell you, these are not my forever holds. I call these long holds, but these are short-term long holds. Meaning, if a recession doesn't come, I still believe that there is a chance for us to close higher by year's end. So I will, number one, put my stop losses on my Tesla now at a profit, because I'm still up 5, maybe 6% now. I will start to put my stop loss on, leaving a little room on there. And if it triggers, so be it. Then I'm still in profit, right? And then I'll wait for a downtrend to get back in again. But these are not my hold for 10-year positions. These are actually swing trades for this year for me personally. You let me know what's good for you. But because I see a lot of negativity coming, I'm not comfortable with buying them even at this price for a long-term hold, right? But no one knows. No one has a crystal ball. So that's why I'm taking the approach that I am. So I'm making a little money now. Of course, I make more money off of Tesla on the options. I'm in, I'm out, I take my winnings and I'm gone. But at some point, I'm going to start accumulating long-term, right? All right, let's keep it going. We covered NVDA. So as you can see, NVDA is trending down today, 2%. It is expensive, but for the week it's up, for the month it's up, and year to date it is still up 221%. For those of you that's following the Larry Jones $5 a day challenge, your NVIDIA should be up over 100%. Even with the DCAing, you should be good. All right. And so my $5 a day in NVIDIA, I'm keeping that. My $5 a day with Tesla, I'm keeping that. Remember, we've been dollar cost averaging for the last couple of years. That's different than what I showed you, what I bought on Friday. Okay. Now, Baba, let's see what's going on with Baba. Remember, I entered into that on yesterday. As we can see, Alibaba is down today. Okay, it's down today. So I entered into, like I showed with you guys, some Alibaba call options, and it was up earlier today. Okay, so as we could see here, if we look, let's see if I can get the Babas up. There we go. All right, so as we could see, Baba, both of my calls were up by 3% today. And I thought, hey, I was doing good. One for a $90 call, it expires on the 15th. And then my $91 call option expires on the 22nd. Okay, bought myself a little time because of what's going on in China. But at the time of recording this, we were up 3%, and now I am down 4% and 3%. And what did I do? I'm slowly accumulating, and I added more call options. As you could see, My $91 call option, I have 4 contracts on it now. And my $90 call option, I have 5 on it now. And as you could see, ARK is one of my $100 a week, right? But as you could see, I have 5,000. And in my other 2 ETFs, I have about 1,100. Why? Because ARK is tanking and I'm actually buying more than just the $100 a week into ARK, like I shared with you guys on yesterday. Because if we have a bounce, then ARK is going to bounce up more. So I personally like to buy the red. Remember, you do what's comfortable for you. Never just look at what I'm doing, okay? And let's go over a few more while we're into it. So this was earlier this morning, so it may have cooled off now, but sound, remember that ticker symbol sound. As you can see, I'm up 10%. I'm still holding that X, which is US Steel. It's up 37%. Wish I had bought more of that. APLD was it's cooled off a little bit. And Apple, I'm up 1%. I'm just up 1% on Apple at the time of this recording. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys saw the good and the bad. I'm not going to sleep without stop losses, right? I can't tell each and every one of you where to set your stop loss. So please don't ask, because somebody bought it here and somebody bought it here. So stop losses are all over the place. I will tell you that if you think it's going to temporarily come down and then go back up, if you set a tight stop loss, it's going to trigger and it's going to sell. In the case of Tesla, I set my stop losses now because even if it triggers, I'm in profit, right? But on my call options, I don't have a tight stop loss set because I'm given a little time, right? Because I believe it's a temporary down and then it will go up within the next 2 weeks. And so that's how I set my stop losses to try to help you guys in general. Okay, so where are we on time? All right, so where are we cooking with grease? Oh, it's 17 minutes. I'm sorry, good people. Didn't mean to go this far. All right, let's cover crypto right quick. Okay. So, look at this. Trending last 24 hours. Ticker symbol MXC is up 516%. Look at that. Math is up almost 50%. LCX is up 33%, almost 34%. Don't chase. Don't chase. Let's talk about Shiba Inu in closing. Look at this. Now, here's what I want to say about Shiba Inu. About a week ago, maybe a little longer than that, I talked about the buy range now. Just buy range now. All right. Without any fancy charts, without support and resistance. It's just look at where we are now. And remember, I said I would wait for 5 zeros and a 7 to even consider buying. We're there now. All right. If you look at the day and you could see that 5 zeros, we're in the 7 area. So after, for those of you that are new, when I say 5 zeros, I mean after the point. This 0 doesn't count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 7. Okay. And in this trading range, I'm going to ask, is anybody buying it while crypto is still at a 2-month low, right? Let's look for the month. As you can see here, for the month, look at that. 5 zeros and a 7, right? Let's look at the year. What has been it? 5 zeros and a 6. Now, it may not get down that low again. It just may not. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 7. Now, it may be 7, 9, which is almost 8. But now, if you're into Shiba Inu, that's where you consider to start accumulating. So when it was 5 zeros and an 8 and a 9 and a 10, 11, and a 12, I wasn't touching it. I'm just being patient and waiting on it to come to me. We've been through this before. You guys know we killed it with Shiba Inu in 2020, right? We killed it, all right? But we also took profit and got out, right? None of this HODL stuff, okay? None of this HODL. We ain't holding forever. We ain't diamond hands. We not doing none of that foolishness. we going to the bank. All right. So I'm going to leave it right there. Sorry, this one was so long. I just had a lot of stuff. If I seem a little discombobulated, I am. I just lost a dear aunt to me. So I'm going to be with the family. Say a prayer for me. And I will continue to pray for you guys. I'll be back up and in my right mind tomorrow. But it just hit me hard because she reminds me of my mother so much. She was such a great aunt, Aunt Mary Jones. Okay, say a prayer for me as I pray for you guys. Hey, make sure you continue to give. I'm going to leave that video up one more time in this box to our loved ones, our brothers and sisters in Maui and in particular Lahaina area. So many people, it's not over. It's not over. So many people are without homes. And let's continue to do the work. Okay, good people? I love you guys. Live, love, laugh, and learn.